when you play it. Compared to the other ones, I'm not entirely sure. We're gonna have to see about that one. So, what we want to do here is we want to, first of all, have the opportunity to put us on charge because my controller will die at some point, and I don't really want that to happen. So, we're gonna go ahead. Ah. Yes, but it is a cozy game, I think. Oh yeah, no, massively. It is a pretty cozy game, actually. It's because things there's not much music. There's just silence and you and all that. And also as well, I was thinking, basically since I think we're only going to really have this opportunity once, and I think because of the fact that I initially played the Dark Souls franchise from start to finish in a pretty unordered fashion, um, with Demon Souls. No, I played it. I first got introduced with Dark Souls Remastered for the PC. Then we played Dark Souls 2. Then we played Demon Souls. Then Dark Souls 3. Then Bloodborne. It was a um, really weird setup. But I think now we're gonna go ahead and I was kind of thinking about it yesterday after we were talking about it. And I think what we're going to do is I think we're going to truly play it in its chronological order in terms of when it was released or the games that were released. I think it would be quite fun. So, because the thing is though, is that technically, if we think about it, it was Demon Souls first, then Dark Souls Remastered, then Dark Souls 2, Scholar of First Sin, then it was Bloodborne, then it was Dark Souls 3, then it was Sekiro, and then finally Elden Ring. Um, so I think it'll be fun if we just do it in chronological order and just even despite the fact that like obviously Dark Souls 2 is more like Demon Souls than the other way than obviously Dark Souls 1 is, so we may have to jump around a little bit. At least we'll be playing it in literal chronological action in chronological order in terms of when they were all released. So that'll be quite fun actually. Okay, and then what we gotta do is that's a good plan, massively, and especially because of the fact as well that technically Dark Souls 2 and Bloodborne are basically next to each other. It does make it so that we can actually get through the harder games quicker. Okay then, so talking about games. Wait, now on the PS5, we've jumped 2 generations. We've jumped from the PS3 to the PS5. Imagine that. And yes, we need to also get the game out as well. Wait a minute. And that disc is not getting removed until. And that disc is not getting removed until we do Dark Souls Remastered. There we go. Pretty much. This is how I wake up in the mornings. What the hell happened? I skipped time. True. You literally go to you sleep. You literally go to black. Everything goes to black, and then you wake up, and it's now daytime, and you realize, oh wait a minute. Oh wait a minute. It seems we have skipped time. 2 generations, in fact. But no, though Dark Souls Remastered though, I haven't played this game since 2023, so I'm gonna be rusty as hell. I have no idea about this one. We need to get this guide up though, ready to go, because I have not a clue about what I'm doing. I have not a clue about what I'm doing. And also, thank you, Ivan, for your platinum playthrough. So, Dark Souls 1. Let's do this. This. Oh no, that's not the one we want. What we want, and what we'll do as well is we'll also try to we'll also try to fight Artorias. That was one thing I was kind of missing the first time round. I didn't fight him, and I really do want to. I really do want to fight him. So Dark Souls Platinum walkthrough. And it's gonna be from Platinum Chases. We're gonna try and do this from. Nice. And then we're gonna go ahead and do this, do that, do that. Set ourselves all up. Let's platinum. There we go. Sicker poodles. Actually, no, it'd be fair. It'd probably be better if I go ahead and save. I want to go to the playlist. Go to the playlist. Can we do that? Can we do that? There we go. There we go. So this, and then that, and that. That should now get us to here. Beautiful. Okay, let's do it. I don't remember much from the Platinum run. I remember you have to cut the tails of the bosses. Yeah. Honestly, I can't even remember I can't even remember anything from the Platinum playthrough. And I Platinumed it like 2 days ago, so. Oh, for God's sake, it's the bloody plans! Oh, the sounds, though. Oh, the sounds! Dude! Look at this dude. I remember them so fondly. Have a look, let's have a little gander. Oh, those sounds. Those sounds are beautiful. And I'm playing this on like a full-on PS5, so this should be quite decent, decent stuff. Show blood, UI, music. I want all this up. I'm sorry. I want all that up. Brightness. I want to pull that up as well because I can't see God trash nothing. And then what we're also going to be doing is switching the delayed title because technically we're not even on the right game at the moment. So this would be Dark Souls Remastered. We're going to be going for... No, actually, I never streamed this. I don't... Did I stream this playthrough? No. I never did. I never streamed this playthrough. So, we'll say that as this is my episode 1. And then we'll do is I will say something silly. Remastering. Wait a minute. I don't, what do we even name this? What do we even name this? Where it all started. Where it all started. Beautiful. And then we'll change this to Dark Souls Mastered. Beautiful. Oh, wait a minute. I didn't technically want to do that, though. Okay, we'll do is we'll just do this. Do that. And then do the I got a lisp. And then do that. It all started. There we go. Sick. There we go. The gargoyles escaping dragon, the boss in the pain. Yeah, see the say. There was more. I think that actually, yeah, now you kind of mention it, probably. I can't actually remember anything from it. To be fair, I remember playing I remember putting in like a lot of hours. I remember putting in like a lot of hours. Okay. Well, I think what we'll do is that before we do carry on, though, let me quickly go ahead and take a 2-second break, and then we can start off this new playthrough. Then imagine that we ended and started a new playthrough. Let's go. Give me 2 seconds. back. And let's start. Oh, there's music. Oh, there's music. Oh my god, there's music. I thought I had the platinum on PC too. Oh wait, really? Oh, was it? So do you have it then? Do you have the platinum as well? Hell yeah! Oh, the music. Oh, the music is amazing. I've forgotten what it was like to listen to stuff. Only on PlayStation, it seems like. Well, it's funny then that we have it the other way around. I only have the platinum on PC. But I don't have it on PlayStation. So I think we both got. I think we both got our homework to do. Because I did platinum in all of them. Hell yeah, man. Hell yeah. Oh, dude. Wait. Oh, man. So that'd be sick then. Which one was your favorite platinum, if you don't mind me asking? Which one was your favorite platinum? Okay, also, what would be a good idea is... Demon Souls, DS1, 2, 3, Bloodborne, Sekiro, and Elden Ring. Hell yeah, man. That's so cool. Well, which one's your favorite then, if you don't mind me asking? Loop. Yeah, that's cool. Yeah, long swords. Coolio. Yeah, we're probably just gonna go for a warrior for this one. ASCII. Coolio. Nice, okay, coolio. And that's basically it then. And we'll go ahead then and we'll go for... We'll just change... Oh, perfect. Top heavy. And we'll go for... Oh. That's me. Far East Traveller. That looks... Wait a minute, we'll go for Ryan Reynolds. We'll go for the Ryan Reynolds look. Wait a minute. We'll go for the Ryan Reynolds look. Wait a minute. Where's the Ryan... Where's the Ryan... There, wait a minute. What'll be the best? Come on, let's go. Yep, that works. Yeah, that'd be fine. Beautiful. Accept. I'll customize. I just defaults. Accept. Warrior, Master Key, Male, Fire Traveller. Let's go. Bloodborne was the first one. I'd have to say that one. It was just a special moment. Fair enough, actually. Fair enough. Bloodborne was definitely an interesting one. I think we definitely need to do that one again. I don't. It kind of got lost in the sauce, to be fair, for me, for Bloodborne. For me, it was a good game. Don't get me wrong, but I felt like it was all over the place in some places compared to like the other games. I think maybe I think either my two favorites though would definitely have to be DS3 and Sekiro though. This was a good one too, to be fair, yeah, true actually. I love DS3 just for the fact that you can just grind.
Life and death.
Wait, it just turns up a little bit.
And of course, light and dark.
But I'd say though Sekiro was such a good platinum though to do. I really enjoyed that one.
From the dark,
I just love the combat in it, so.
And found the souls
And it's very similar to Demon Souls, that it doesn't take up too much of your time either, so you can just get it done and feel quite good about it. It's short and sweet. Oh, these guys, I remember fighting.
the first of the
Jesus Christ, that is some... That's some good art.
the Witch of Izalith
Oh no, guys.
and her daughters of chaos. Gwyn, the Lord of Sunlight, and his faithful knights.
Oh no.
And the furtive pygmy, so easily forgotten. With the strength of lords, they challenged the dragons. Gwyn's mighty bolts peeled apart their stone skins. The witches weaved great firestorms.
I've watched it for a long time, man. I can't actually remember any of this.
Pluto unleashed a miasma.
Which is strange because it's like one of the games I played like 120 hours of.
And Seath the Scaleless betrayed his own, and the dragons were no more.
But to be fair, though, it was a really weird time for me when I played it. It was a really, really weird time for me, so I can't beat myself up too much about it.
Thus began the Age of Fire. But soon the flames will fade, and only dark will remain. Even now, there are only
This feels kind of
embers.
new for some reason. I don't know why.
Man sees not light, but only endless nights. And amongst the living are seen carriers of the accursed dark side.
I'll touch this up on the multiplayer's toes, but I really want to launch off finished with multiplayer phase. I would need a really good single player game. To be fair, I get what you mean. I get what you mean. I think Elden Ring Night Rain was a really interesting game to tackle,
Yes,
and I think
indeed.
they probably have learnt a lot to
The
try and
dark
tackle,
side brands
or to
the
basically take
undead.
that to their next game. So I do know it is Duskbloods, I believe, for the Nintendo Switch.
And in this land, the undead are corralled
But-
and led to the north.
I don't know what I don't know what they'll do for. I don't know what they'll go for next, actually.
Where they are locked away to await the end of the world.
Not gonna lie though, this jump in graphics is a bit startling. Playing on a PS5 is weird.
This is your fate.
Oh wait, really? I know that, but that is also that multiplayer as well? Oh, I don't know much about it though. Yeah. I don't know. Because I know that's obviously going to be going out for the Nintendo Switch too, I think. Because I got a Nintendo Switch, but I don't have a Nintendo Switch 2. Don't know if I would on though. Maybe if I got it as a gift, so I can't keep it as that. Sorry. I'm dead. Okay. 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 Also, what I want to try and do as well, I'm going to try to do something as well. If I go to... So let's, okay, we're now in this point. Also, these 60 a crisp 60 frames per second. What we're going to do is that we're going to get out of the tutorial area. And what I would like to do is I would like to go ahead. Oh, this is a crisp 60. Okay, so just that. Okay, that's pretty cool. Try to go through here. Just try to like get ourselves acquainted. Um, but yeah, what we're gonna do is that we're gonna start getting into the habit though of doing a specific action this stream. And that is saving. I know that it's technically called save scumming. Yes, I know. I do know about that. In Kindle, there we go. Our first little trophy, let's go. I know that technically it's frowned upon, but I don't actually want to go ahead and replay a game multiple times, or like find that I've missed something crucial in this playthrough, and then I realize that I messed it up, and I gotta basically do a whole run again, or basically have my run basically ruined. So what we're gonna ideally do is keep a tab of where we are and just keep on going from there. Don't get me wrong, I had a great time playing that way with Lumi and Mericlin. Times we did get to play together, I just don't have enough friends. So those games become unplayable. Yeah, do you know? No. I get exactly what you mean, man. That's the thing though. It's not necessarily even a bad thing though either. Like, at the end of the day, it's just this is sick. Change order reset. No, we don't. Oh yeah, I've got. Okay, this is actually not it. I need to set this up a little bit because I seem to. Something. There we go. Yeah. But no, but that's the thing though. Is there's nothing bad about that though. I don't think. It's just that primarily when it comes to those type of games, it's still like, especially ones that are like locked to like 3 players, 2 players, and whatnot, and such. Don't get me wrong, like it is fun. It is fun for when you're able to get them and to get together as a group. But they're more like party games then, rather than like something you want to just sink your teeth into whilst you're just chilling out playing. Just on a weekend when like obviously things are quiet and you're like kind of like free time to yourself. And especially when it comes to, well, like FromSoft games, that's kind of been their whole shtick for the longest time. So when you go ahead then and when they go ahead then and release a multiplayer game and such, it's taken. You're just gonna have to wait longer as a single player until something comes out, which is fine. Obviously, I'm okay with waiting, but ideally though, you wanna have a nice little drip feed of from some titles. So I'm the type of gamer that likes to sink into the world that I'm playing and soak in the atmosphere and just live in there massively. Ow. No, and I get exactly what you mean, man. I'm very similar in that aspect. I would say that I. Wait a minute, this is actually gonna be our first character interaction.
Oh, you.
Hold on,
I'll die soon, then lose my sanity. You and I, we're both undead. Hear me out, will you?
But do we go ahead and say yes to it?
Regrettably, I have failed in my mission. But perhaps you can keep the torch lit. There is an old saying in my family, thou who art undead art chosen. And thine exodus from the undead asylum maketh pilgrimage to the land of ancient lords. When thou ringeth the bell of awakening, the fate of the undead thou shalt know. Well, now you know. And I can die with hope in my heart. Oh, one more thing. Here, take this. An Estus flask. An undead favorite.
An Estus flask, hell yeah.
And this.
And there's
Now I
Silent Key.
must bid farewell. I would hate to harm you after death. So go now, and thank you.
Oh.
Now I would hate to harm and...
Oh. Absolute legend. But yeah, but that's exactly very similar to how I feel when it comes to it. Um, but I would say though even more so, I tend to enjoy these type of games not just for their worlds, because obviously for example, like when I'm platinum in a game, I tend to also just enjoy like having things on the background as well. So I don't just get immersed in the world, but I also enjoy just vibing to it as well. So I also kind of enjoy a game that has a little bit of bite to it, because I'm not just able to like focus on, I don't know, focus on playing whatever game I'm doing. I'm also able to watch stuff that I find really, really interesting in the background anyway, so it works out really, really well. Also, that's kind of interesting. How do you get that? How do you get that pyromancy? Oh, that's what it is. My bad. I just missed it. Wait. Oh, wait, really? There's supposed to be pyromancy flame by there. This game seems to have different drops than the one I have at the moment. Kind of interesting. Shows you the PS4. That's kind of interesting. For some reason, there's some stuff in here that there's some stuff in here that is not the same. I don't know if maybe it's because of the fact that there's something wrong. If I go sort from newest. DS3. Fascinating. Okay, so I guess then we're not getting those. Because it seems like the items that he has in his playthrough is different to what I have in mine. Unless maybe it's because of the fact that he's actually with a different kit. Fascinating. Wait a second. See, now this is another thing actually. I need to kind of keep an eye out for. So, oh no, he's a pyromancer. Ah, no, I see now. I see. So he actually doesn't use the knight. He uses the pyromancer, which then will give you a different set of weapons and such. For this, should we keep that? Actually, if that's the case, what I may do, for the sake of consistency with this guide, I'm gonna go for the pyromancy. I'm gonna go for the pyromancy just because of the fact that I don't necessarily want to. I don't necessarily want to do anything. Mail. We need the Master's Key. Then we need the Pyromancy. Pyromancer. Top heavy. And then we go for the. I'm still sticking with my Ryan Reynolds look though. Nobody's gonna stop me from having my Ryan Reynolds look. There we go. That should be fine. Actually, wait a minute. I got a perfect idea. Wait a minute. It's not gonna be Floop. It's gonna be. There it is. Lot of 100. Wait a minute. No, actually, I got an idea. Ah. 100. 100. Perfect. We technically already know about all this. We already know about all this. But no, I want to make this as consistent as possible with the run. I know that it isn't obviously because we went for the warrior initially, but to be fair though, it'll keep things interesting though anyway, because I remember when I did play this for the first time, I played the warrior as well, so it'll make things fun. Do we have the ability to sprint though? No, we don't. Sprint up ladders. Oh, no, doesn't seem like it. Okay, let's try this again. It seems like that. It seems like it's always the first bloody run. Always the first run, man. I mess something up. We'll get there eventually, Legend. We'll get there eventually. Okay. Then I think what we'll do though is that we'll try and get out of this initial tutorial area, and then we'll take it from there then, and we'll get into then the habit of saving, because it will be important. It will be important to to make sure that we don't end up with a shenanigan or two. Bonk. Ah, so much damage. So much damage. I don't do any damage. I don't do any damage. What about an axe? There you go, that's a bit more better. That's a bit more better. There you go, so you've got crackdown hand axe, and then you got all those in. That's cool though, I didn't realize that by you taking up a different class, it would take you down like a different route, which that's pretty cool. There we go, get that out of the way. Open this up. I remember though when I first started playing this game, kind of relating to the whole fact of like playing like obviously these games and realizing again sucked into the world.
Oh,
It was actually really difficult for me to get into it.
regrettably.
It was really quite tricky for me actually to get into this.
No, I would hate.
Like it took me a hot minute. I'm quite surprised I stuck with it though. If I have to be honest, I'm really surprised I stuck with it. Because when I was playing this game, I was not the type of person to play this. Like I was really not the type of person to play something like this. So yeah, I don't know. It kind of, and then yeah, ever since it's just been like even the way I'm playing at the moment, is a lot more like fluid. But I remember when I first started playing, it was, ooh. Eh. There you go. Okay. And get this. And now we have S's flasks, which... Wait, can I not? We can. Okay. I'm just dying. Same. Oh yeah, of course. SS Classic March. Gone. I'm so used to bloody having all my health just be refilled in one go. Okay. There you go. Hello. Oh no. Okay. 1, 2. 1, 2, 3. Oh, he's got a big old butt. He's got some dump in his trunk. Got a dump trunk. There you go. Make pilgrims key. Humanity. Okay, so once we got that, there you go. Move up here. Okay, coolio. Also, I kind of realized though that there was one part about this game that I realized, and that is the UI for the top, bottom left, like
Only
icons,
in the ancient legends it is stated
are quite large.
that one day an undead shall be chosen.
Quite large.
To leave the undead asylum in pilgrimage to the land of the ancient lords. Lordran.
I was still not the type to play type of person to play FromSoft games, but I saw a YouTube series from one of the bigger game review channels in Norway called Level Up. They had this cool thing where one of the cast members bought in a game he loved from to try, and they made a series out of them playing it together and talking about it, and it ends up Bloodborne. Jesus Christ, what a way! What a way to go ahead and get introduced into a FromSoft title. One thing I can... Oh my god, I just realized something. I just realized something. Humanities don't work toward will tendency anymore. Humanities don't work toward will tendency anymore, so we're safe. We're safe now. Hell yeah. But no though, I think though Legends... okay, what is it? What is it? Let's just try our best to get through this.
Where? Get me. But there's no... well, there are ones
Okay,
up
Balance
above.
Awakening.
Not much to go on. So, off you go.
The other guy loved Bloodborne and knew tons of other games. The other guy was like, there's no, no, those games are not for me. That's why he started loving it. But I think that's the thing though, is that like, I think with the FromSoft games, there's something that you feel like you wouldn't enjoy at all. But then you just, I think there's like there's a slight barrier to it. Don't get me wrong. There's a small wall to kind of jump over that you need some sort of like external motivation for. And for me, like I was really motivated to play a Dark Souls game because I don't know where I initially found it, but I remember just watching. I think it was some sort of series. And I just found it. I heard that all I heard from Dark Souls was that it was a very, very difficult game. Very, very difficult game. And I was like, oh, okay. Okay, I can see exactly why you want this. And it always piqued my interest because back then I was playing a lot of Minecraft. I was playing a lot of Minecraft, and especially like hardcore and such. So I was already quite used to doing stuff like deathless playthroughs and whatnot. So I was like, you know what? I'm gonna commit myself now to at least playing this game. It doesn't matter what happens. I think I was a bit of an enigma in that case because, like, I only saw like a little bit in terms of gameplay. But I really wanted to just give it a shot, despite it. I don't know, like it just felt like I tend to just have this this thing sometimes whenever I'm playing a game where I feel very I'll feel very driven. I'll feel very driven to do something. I don't know. It could be toward a game, it could be toward my life. I'll have this urge just to do something. I'm like, no matter how painful it is, I'll just be like, okay, I need to do this. I don't know what's in it. There's something in it. There's something in it that I don't understand yet, but I need to do it. And Dark Souls was one of those kind of like driven moments where I was like, I don't know what's in this. I don't know. There's something about this game that has intrigued me to a point where I'm like, I don't care if it's difficult or not. I want to see what it's all about. And yeah, 120 hours later, I platinumed it. But it also kind of got me to play like it also got me into like actually platinuming games as well. It also got me into like platinuming games just in general, because like the whole process of like looking up guides and kind of interacting with the community and kind of looking deep into a game than just surface level, but having it be so approachable so that, for example, you have a point to kind of like looking up facts about a game. It makes it so much more funner. Because I think what happened was that when I first started, because by that point all I had in terms of that type of experience was like playing Minecraft a ton. I'm playing it to a point where I was looking at guides. Well, I wasn't even looking up guides by that point. I was just looking up tutorials on how to do things. But I enjoyed the process of like looking up a tutorial for something and going ahead and like learning it, learn how the community kind of tackles it. So when I found that, obviously, when I found that when you go ahead and start platinuming games, you can also do that.
Hello there.
It's sick.
I believe we are not acquainted. I am Petrus of Thurland.
Petrus of
Have you
Thurland.
business with us? If not, I'd prefer to keep a distance.
Okay.
Hello there. I realized, but I also want you to know that it is not meant in ill will. No, go ahead.
Well, thank you. I was curious. I had no idea what gem job was waiting for me. These games became the best games I've ever played. Yeah. I can definitely, is that bloody hell? What bloody hell is that? Oh, there's a home which I was, anyway. But no,
Oh, I have to. So what it would that?
please you? Yes.
Very well.
Where? There we go. Let's ask. Yeah, we'll just do that. Yippee! Trophy again.
Now, only.
Sick. I think I mentioned it before, but I started platinum those games to experience it all. Yes! I can tell you guys what saying. Yeah, exactly, man, exactly. And I think that's it though as well. I think that's truly it. It's like to experience it all and feel like that you actually are making progress toward a game. That you are making progress toward a game.
Come again.
Without having to like, I don't know, it makes games much more approachable. I feel like I've been able to tackle playing so many different games because of Dark Souls. Again, like I was very stuck in my ways playing things like Minecraft and such. I was very stuck because I think I was very afraid of like how I would be able to enjoy these different experiences. And to be able to feel like I've actually experienced it all. But after playing Dark Souls and then realizing I really want to go for the platinum, I think it kind of sunk in over time that I don't need to go ahead and kind of commit my life to a game. I don't need to commit my life to a game to be able to experience it all. I can just go ahead and just, I don't know, maybe just work for the platinum, enjoy my time with it, and then have that be my definitive end. Have that be my definitive end. Because I always have a bit of an, I think I have a bit of an issue with that, to be fair. I'm having a bit of an issue when it comes to, like, kind of buying up more than I can chew. Well, not buying up more than I can chew, but I tend to, yeah, I don't know. I tend to just get very engrossed in something. And get very engrossed in something, so I end up then basically overwhelming myself with it. And I basically end up overwhelming myself with it. Also, he's going to go ahead and upgrade his nose. That's fair. I'm just going to try and follow this guy as much as I can. I don't know though, I don't know. I think despite all that though, let's go ahead and just do this. And I think then we'll leave it there then. So he's gonna be yeah, so like got the platinum, that's sorted then, let's move on. Yeah, pretty much. Pretty much that's technically how I tackle most things. And it's not because of the fact that like I don't want to play it anymore. Most of the time I do. But it depends on the game though I'm playing. Because most of the time I don't want to overwhelm myself though either with it. Because I do like, for example, really enjoy like games, but I have a bit of a tendency to burn out. I have a very, I guess which I know this within myself, I can have a very addictive personality. So when I find out that there's this game that that obviously you can sink in thousands upon thousands upon thousands of hours into, then my initial thought is I've got to go ahead and play this whole thing. Even though that there's no obligation to, I just get really overwhelmed by it. But I still want to be able to, like you say, experience it all. So why and so yeah. So for the longest time, I was just kind of avoiding I was avoiding games unless they were very very small. Because of that. Um, but I think since going on like a little bit of a platinum journey, I'm able to tackle more games online because of that. But yeah, man, to me those online never-ending games seem a bit scary to be honest. Exactly, man, exactly. Um, and another good thing as well though is that you can also judge as well. I enjoy that it has an exactly, man, and that's the thing. Like I'm at a point in my life at the moment where I'm not looking for games to fill up my time. I'm looking for games to experience and then I can move on to the next thing. Um, for me, I'm replaying the Dark Souls franchise because on this account I have at the moment, we've got a lovely trophy list. We've got a lovely trophy list that we are building up. So I'm happy to go ahead and think about replatinuming all the games because, well, if this is gonna be my main account, then obviously why would I go ahead and obviously just leave it? There you go with my trophies. There you go. So you can kind of see how it's starting to build up a little bit. And I also have a bunch of other games on bloody Steam as well I haven't even done. But these all had an ending note even, and as well, what happens is that I can also gauge how long it's going to take. I can also gauge if there's a game I really want to play. There's a lot more to it then, so I'm also cherry picking as well. I'm also cherry picking the games I want to play. Um, it's great. It's great. I'm very impressed. Yeah, I know. Honestly, and to be fair though, as well, I've got some of the other ones from way back when as well. See, I want to go back to Crash Bandicoot though, but I got some of these trophies back in 2017. You think I actually lost this account though? A long time ago, I lost this account. I forgot I forgot to log into it. Um, so when I found it back last year, I was like, oh my good golly grief, we're coming back. We're back and we're back, boys. Um, was it? I have 2,900 hours in Minecraft. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Wait a second. That's actually quite cool, actually. If I go to Minecraft, yeah, I got 2,900 hours in the game. So yeah, I think I've had my time with and that's only on the PS4 version. God forbid what I've had it on PC. Yeah, so the older I got, the more I wanted a good experience, a good story, like we talked about, like a good book or good movie or series. I'm not playing games anymore just to fill in time. Yes, yes, finally, and that's it. Like I feel like after a certain point, when I platinum these games and when it's all quote unquote done, then I feel like I'd be a bit more content with having like a more longer term game. Like for example, like platinum in Satisfactory, for example. Because I know that Satisfactory is a huge game and it takes like hundreds of hours to platinum. But then I feel like by that point, then that's worth it. That's worth the time. That's worth the time you put into it, and such. Similar to the Dark Souls series, and then obviously you got things like Crash Bandicoot. You got the Batman games. You've got Sly Cooper. You got Ratchet and Clank. We've already played through a bunch of others as well. A lot of these games I've already played before, but I just want to get the platinum so then I can experience it for what's given. Um, but I don't want to play games to fill time. I'm playing games to experience something and to kind of get something out of it in the end, which is a platinum or to say that I've completed it. Now, obviously, I took that mindset to the Fallout franchise, which that was a blunder on my part because I remember when we were playing those games, the Fallout games are very good games, but for that mindset, it doesn't work. It doesn't work. And we hit a huge roadblock, and it was shown in the streams that I was not enjoying it. So you've also got to very much be careful about what game you want to play. Um, until you are like done with that phase anyway. Because again, you want to right now. I'm looking for a good book or a good movie, not to just get so immersed in a world that just takes up every single hour of my day or whatnot. Or get so immersed into a game that I don't experience other games. Because I do want to experience other games. Um, and so on. But no, I don't know. I don't know. It's an interesting topic to get into. But I think for me personally, though, it's weird. I've never streamed myself, but having played those games myself, I can't see that they are good streaming games. Yeah, yeah. The Fallout. Well, that's the thing, though. Is that we played a lot of games though that I guess wouldn't be considered good streaming games. The Fallout games weren't too bad, like the original ones, anyway. I think Fallout 1 was pretty fun for a little while, but then I started speedrunning it, and then that's where I started speedrunning the game then, and then obviously and such. Um, so yeah, they weren't. I guess they are good in terms of streaming games, I guess, but you've got to be of a different mindset. You've got to be a little more experienced with the games. You've got to kind of know what you're doing. It's very much like Dark Souls. Dark Souls for a lot of people, if you don't know what you're doing and you're getting a little bit frustrated, it kind of shows in streams, it shows in videos, it shows in whatnot that you're just not enjoying yourself. um, but I think that was my most visceral response to a franchise, though. Even though I really wanted to like it, it's just I'm not in the right mindset for it. I'm not in the right mindset to play those games, to enjoy those games, and to to basically say, look, I'm not gonna play any other game beside this. Which, in the grand scheme of things, that's not the case. I want to play other games. um, and similar good for the, and similar with the Dark Souls games as well. Here, I wouldn't say that I love the Dark Souls franchise. I love them to bits. This is going to be a big journey for us, and there's going to be a little bit of work involved to plan these games again. However, though, I am just looking forward to finishing these games so then we can get into our backlog again than I am actually playing them. Because at the end of the day, love the love the FromSoft, but I haven't played Sly Cooper or Ratchet and Clank yet, and I need to. I need those platinums because they are my babies, similar to Jack and Daxter and such. Jack and Daxter was such a fantastic three games, and I might go. I've already platinumed the Precursor Legacy. I might go back and platinum Jack 2 and Jack 3 because those were a little bit more bigger, but they are still achievable. So we'll have to wait and see. We'll have to wait and see. But anyway, we got into a huge conversation there about my gaming style. But that's what you can at least expect though from me for the time being though, as a streamer, because obviously I don't wanna obviously lead people on to think that I'm I'm one thing when I'm not. That's technically how I'm playing games at the moment. And in the future though, once we have gone through like all the games I wanted to play, like the Ratchet and Clanks, the Sly Coopers, the Clay Obscures, the Dark Souls, the Batmans. Once we're done with all those, then I'll feel much more comfortable going to Satisfactory, Factorio, stuff like that. Because then by that point I will have a more larger goal and a bit more of a loftier goal, and that is playing a game to completion that is very time consuming. Rather than trying to work through a franchise or trying to work through this or trying to work through that. But even then, I'd still probably want to go ahead and try and finish it because I probably want to go ahead and play something else. I just have a bit more of a tolerance. But anyways, though, I think it's about time. I think about time though we head out. I just want to say thank you for the day, Stream Legends. I really do appreciate it. It's been a hella fun. Um, and yeah, what we'll do is let's go ahead and see who the bloody hell's online. Uh, we're gonna go ahead and say hi to. Okay, so Mr. Bear Buns is online today. I don't know if we can raid him or not though, um because of my raid count, because I do know that that was similar. Um, can I do that? That No, I can't. That's fine, then. That's fine. Well, what we'll do then is I will raid our boy Kerfuffin. We'll raid our boy Kerfuffin because he's a legend. Oh, we go to raid Boris Gentleman. Oh, there's so many people. There's so many good people as well. No, because he's... Yeah, do what? Screw it. We'll go ahead and raid Kerfuffin. Say hi to him. Because we did say that we were going to raid him yesterday. And then we'll raid Boris the Gentleman tomorrow, hopefully, if he's streaming. Or whenever we see him next. But no, though, Legends, I just want to say thank you for today's stream. I really appreciate it. It's been hella fun, as per usual. Thank you, Machina, for dropping by, man. I really do appreciate it. I hope that your new office it looks dazzling. And yeah, I'm gonna be looking into now, bloody trying to get myself the orange box collection for the PS3 now. For God's sake, got you put down to my list as well. Even though I've already played the Half-Life games. And also Portal. Portal was so good, man. But yeah, anyway. Legends, thanks so much. I'm out now. Take it easy. Be safe. And I will see you all very soon. Yay.